Well, hello there. I've just finished walking Shadow. I've come in and I've been left in charge of the dog, so modelling's going to be interesting. Yes, I thought you might be here. Here, one for you. Where's your brother? Make way for your brother. There you go. Yeah, well, you stay there while I get some work done, all right? Well, clearly I've got my work cut out right here. Let's see if we can't get this playground done, or at least laid out. So here's our placemat. The entrance can be anywhere along this side here. This is where the brown fence is and the traffic lights are here. And the cutout there is for the baseboard support. Was that you belching, Mr. Dog? Was it? Gracious. Yeah, I thought you'd be around. Where's your brother? We may not get much done today, but we're going to give it a go. Let's may take 20 minutes to get into the packets. Let's get these things out and see what we've got. I really like the kid upside down. That's my son, absolutely. And what I'm going to do is we're going to put these things on the board. There's a tether ball there too. We'll stand that up in a minute. Let's get the rest out first. Just dropped a kid on his head. He'll be all right. So we've got 2 kite flyers. I'll be right back. Apparently somebody's delivering something. Hopefully it's something fun. It's my canine doorbell. Who takes the kids to the park? Well, the grandparents do, of course. So let's get some grandparents out of the packet. Tell you the packaging on these is a big pile of it over there. That's the delivery man leaving again, is it? All right. And this guy. That looks like Mr. Rogers. If the Brits don't know who Mr. Rogers is, you need to. He was absolutely brilliant. Have to be careful where we put this. If you put it there, anybody sliding down it going to get head-butted straight back up again, isn't they? So is that everything? We've got the grandma being pushed along by the little boy. There's grandma, look at that. That's a real grandma, isn't it? Dropped her. Don't think I've ever actually seen a wheelchair with the 3rd wheel at the back, but they must have had them at one time. So grandma's come to see the kids playing. So what I'm looking at is where things go, because always around park benches, for example, let's move grandpa out of the way, where people's feet go, there's always a little bit of dirt there, isn't there? And there would be a track at the bottom of this slide. Well, I suppose it wouldn't be a bad idea to find out what the delivery man delivered. Well, it was for me. Some street lights. I don't think they're quite the same as the others, so they're not the same as the ones I ordered before. I ordered these because I'd run out of the others, but I think these are different. But they'll do. Nice. And I can see the 1K resistors hiding in the background there. Don't need lights at the park. Right, well, there's enough fence here. I think there's 72 inches, it says in this box. Somebody recently reminded me to put links in the description. I will endeavour to do that. I'm very sorry I hadn't. But I have no idea where I got this, but that's what it is. Very plasticky. And I don't have an air brush. That's my birthday is later in the year, so maybe, yeah, a bit of airbrushing wouldn't go amiss. I will now mark where I think stuff goes. I think the swings are more or less, they're an essential feature, so we need a bit of dirt in front of the swings. I'm going to try and use the cork as is, as the dirt. So I probably don't want to mark up there. So I've been rescued. My wife came home. Blended turf. I think that's just the stuff they sweep up off the floor. It's a bit of everything, but it will work nicely. Yeah, so one of my drawers in the old tool cabinet is full of Scenic materials, and buried in there was this. Now, no link in the description because I have no idea where I got it. All scale, yeah, I bet it is. What I like about this stuff is it's that high and it sort of stays together. You see, it's hard to separate. Let me just pull a piece out. You see that? The whole thing's coming. So you can slice it up or tear it up, and it makes, I wonder what it is actually, but it makes a half decent hedge. So we've got some of that. So the process, the first thing is get glue down where I need glue, get this scattered on, then put the fence around with an entrance somewhere here. Remembering not to put a fence there. We're going to put a hedge only there because there already is a wall there. On this side must have hedge because there's going to be a security fence right along here. I'm going to make the security fence on this side, not actually on that. Whew, sounds like a lot of work. It's a placemat. It's as big as my hand. We'll be fine. Come on. So I've got to roughly mark where I don't want glue. There. There. So these are sort of, you know, where the kids scuff their feet on the ground. I've got to be able to see it, but I don't want it being permanent marked. Somewhere there, around there, so probably right around the, certainly at the end of the slide, and around the seat. So make sure no glue, well, you didn't see that, around the seat. Make sure no glue gets in those spaces. The kids will run around there. Yeah, that's enough. And I think I've got enough. And then a circle. Where did we decide that was going? A circle around the tether ball. Well, I think I have everything I need. I've got this stuff all over the floor. One of those bags I think must have a hole in it. A couple of hotel keys to spread the glue. Little tube of glue. It isn't what it says it is, but it's a good basis. It's probably diluted. Who knows what's in there. And the scatter. So I want to get the glue on first. One glued up mat. Let's just sprinkle some of this on. All over the mat. Come on, cover it up. It's going to lift you up. Hold on. Better too much than too little, and it won't stick or shouldn't stick to the places that I've scraped the glue off. Now, Does that look about right? Yeah, I think so. Close the lid and wait. Right, you get to see a tripod leg. There we are. Rule number one, never touch it when it's wet. That's just let it dry. If you've made a mistake, you start moving it, you're going to make a big old mess. This box or tote lid has contained all of the, what do you call it, overspray, I call it. You know what I mean. It's all there, so it's not gone all over the floor or anywhere else. So that's kind of handy. And since this is a water-based glue, once I'm done, it will just wipe off. What I'm looking for, I haven't dried it yet, but what I'm looking for is that warm through mud look. Already seeing some of that, you see, like that. We'll see what happens when I tip that upside down in about half an hour when the glue's gone off. See you later. Been a while. Drum roll, please. Needs a bit of a bang from the bottom. Hold on, I'm going to put you down. Right, now I've managed to transport myself to the kitchen counter. Yay! This is what I'm going for. You see the skid mark or the no grass growing mark under the swing there, where Tommy's head's worn the ground out. And at the bottom of the slide here, where everybody gets up and runs, there's no grass ever there. And the one I always notice is the trench along the front of the bench where people's feet kick. So that's where everything goes. I did manage to break something already. The tether ball is no longer tethered. It was bent, and so I tried to straighten it, of course broke it. So I'm now going to have to glue that. But again, around where everybody plays, there's no turf left. So that's what I'm going for. The next thing will be to stick fence where fence needs to be and hedge where hedge needs to be. I remember that I said there's already a corrugated wall along here that doesn't quite line up. So a bushy hedge along here, fence there, and the entrance will be somewhere along here, just wherever is convenient. You can't quite see up there. The jingle bells in the background is the dog wanting to go out, and he's just been, so he's not going. And then along there, more fence, but this side is the airport. So hedge there, because there will be a security fence like about there. And this is where the curve of that cut is, just right here. Right, let's get some stuff glued down. Amazing. Right, and now to rethread the tether. Hope you can see that. I'm not. Yep, fits like a glove. So I'm just going to put a bit of glue on that, and we'll be back where we started. There's a daub of glue there, and we're just popping the car tyre down on top of it. Of course, the pole's still not standing up straight. Yeah, it is. We'll keep an eye on that over the next few minutes. But there you go, tether ball. The next thing will be just to glue these down. You don't need to watch me do that, but that's what I'm on. Right, that's the basic bits glued in place. I'm not going to do anything too drastic whilst the glue dries. A couple of people to glue on the bench and some fence and hedge. I have no idea what this stuff is, but it makes quite nice hedges. So we're going to glue that down and we'll have a hedge. It's a ridiculous process and messy as all get out, but does work. That's what you end up with. I'll plop this piece on and then we'll have to sit and wait and watch it dry. So just to show you the process, really gloopy bead of glue. Shove this in it, hold it for a second or two and then leave it to dry. So I'm not going to show you that because I'm holding a camera and I don't want the camera stuck to the glue. Now with all the different glues I'm having to use, I'm amazed there's not smoke coming off there. This is the all-purpose glue, the one I love to hate. Scenic glue, it's a mixture of water and who knows what. This is plastic cement, or it actually melts the plastic, whatever they call that stuff. So there's a combination of all three right there. The white will dry clear, hopefully. But yeah, needs a bit of paint on that. That's airbrush. My wife's in the room, so airbrush birthday present, I think, is on the cards. We'll see. Right now it's coming along. The fence is in place. It's being propped up by all kinds of clever things. It has a tendency to lean away from the hedge. So I'm going to go away and drink a cup of tea and wait for the glue to dry. But it is coming along. Look at that. And if you get down at a proper viewing angle, looks kind of pleasant. Well, it's coming along. These flowers are a nightmare. They're supposed to peel off and stick on, and of course they don't. The glue's all dried out. I tried to build a wildflower bed over there. You can see it's gone wrong. Again, don't touch it. Let it dry, then sort it out. So we'll have a play with that. But generally, it's starting to look like something. I've got the people to stick in now, so we'll do that. I just had a thought. The kite flyers, I better make sure the wind's blowing in the right direction. So I'll have to remember which way round we are with the airport. Otherwise, one of my airline friends is going to point out I've got it wrong. Now, I haven't used any of those, but used just about everything else. The piece of wood there, just holding people in place, the clamps. Yeah, looking all right. The kid pushing his great-grandmother into the park, a few flowers, kite flying high, the wind blowing in that direction, which is the same way as the runway. Grandpa and Grandma telling Tommy it's time to get down and come home. It's getting there. I kind of like it. What a mess on the kitchen counter. Shh, don't tell anybody. Kite flyers, there's a lot of leverage with the kite way up here and the flyer down there, so they're tending to fall over. I think he's about to go. There he goes. Hey, head plant. We'll fix that. I'll put a prop under him while the glue dries. But let's put it in place. I'm anticipating a step up with the fence here, so we may have to add some hedge to hide that. Let's get it this way a bit. Now, why hasn't that hit the stop? Oh, it has. Well, that's where it goes. I think it looks rather lovely. Yeah. So that's what we've been up to. Do you see how it hides the join? And the gate wound up right opposite the pub entrance, which isn't bad. So yeah, I think we're in good shape. Love it. Well, there you go. There are some advantages to staying at home and looking after the dogs. You really can get something done in an evening. I like the idea of this little module that plops right in on what otherwise would be a parking lot. I think that was a smart idea. I say so myself, but I can see you could populate quite a significant part of a large layout this way, couldn't you? Yes, I could see this for exhibition layouts as well, where you know how they plug them all together. Just having, well, that is what they do, isn't it? I'm not an exhibition layout guy yet. But you can see how this would work, where you have a whole bunch of modules that just plop in. The guy with the kite, he's going to go over backwards next, isn't he? But for right now, it's working. There's a couple of stories going on there, isn't there? There's little Tommy on the top of the slide and Granny and Grandpa saying, "Will you come down? We've got to go home." And there's the two old guys on the bench over there. Yeah, I kind of like this. That is my son upside down, digging a trench with his head. Yeah. Love it. That worked with the big hedge beside the traffic lights, didn't it? Like that. Kind of need a control box. These are the kind of details I think of. A little electrical box there beside the traffic lights. That'll be the next thing. Well, in the spirit of this being a railway channel, we have to have at least one train go by, don't we? As always, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.